Welcome back to the Foundation video series. My name is Shelly Hitz with Alive and Active Wellness. And in this video, we're going to talk about RPEs, which stands for Rate of Perceived Exertion. It was initially created by Borg, and the initial scale was 6 to 20, but they've revised it and now it's 0 to 10. And what this scale does is it helps you to compare your fitness and where you're at to how hard you're working on this specific scale. And then you're comparing you to you. You're not trying to do the exact same workout that I'm doing. You're doing the workout that your body can do right now. And I love this. I think this is such a beautiful thing because there's no pressure to do more. You're just doing what you can do right now. This is one thing I love about doing fitness God's way. There's no comparing, there's no competing, and there's no condemning yourself when you're not able to keep up with someone else because you're doing it at the level that you personally can do it at right now. With God, there's just grace and a fresh start every day. So take a deep breath. There's no expectations. You be you, follow God's plan for your fitness and your workouts, just like we talked about in the video about asking the Holy Spirit what workout to do, how hard to do it, what to eat. It is so freeing when we just put aside all of those comparisons and just focus on what God has for us right now. I'm going to now go over to a chart that shows you the rate of perceived exertions and just talk you through it so you can start to get used to what it means when you're looking at 0 to 10 and what kind of effort that entails. So 0 is when you're at rest. So this is like lying in bed just after waking up. Number 1 is very, very easy. So you can easily hold this pace and talk for hours. You can sing. So this might be just doing your daily activities, cleaning, walking around the house. Number 2 is very easy. You can still talk in complete sentences. And then 3 is easy. It's light breathing. So you're starting to breathe just a little harder, but you can still maintain this pace for hours. Number 4 is moderate. This is where the talking starts to get a bit uncomfortable. Now, number 5 is when you really start to get into when you're in that workout range, working out and increasing your heart rate. It's going to be somewhat hard, and this is where you're going to start breathing harder. You're going to be noticing it. You're going to be hearing yourself breathing a little bit more. Number 6, you go into that moderately hard stage where the breathing becomes deep. And this is where the talking becomes challenging. Now, I'll tell you, when I was in any group runs, I was always the back of the pack, the last one. And even if I was running with someone, it was very hard for me to try to talk to them because I just wasn't able to do it. But this is where, number 6, talking becomes challenging. Number 7 is hard. So this is rapid, forceful breathing. And at this point, you're no longer wanting to talk. Now you can squeak out a few words, but you're not really wanting to talk at this point. Number 8 is very hard. You cannot talk. And typically at number 8, you can only sustain it for a few minutes. Number 9, this is where we're getting into some really hard workouts. This is very, very hard. You're starting to gasp for air, and you can sustain it maybe for only a minute. And then number 10, this is your maximum exertion, and really you can only sustain this for 5 to 20 seconds. 10 plus, this is as hard as you can go. You're sprinting away from danger, and it's almost as if like your child or a friend is, trapped by a car and you're sprinting to get to them to help them. That's the maximum you can go, but we don't necessarily recommend going at that pace. So the reason this is important is it's really hard to be monitoring your heart rate all the time throughout a workout. You can monitor it, and sometimes there's watches. I have a watch that monitors my heart rate, but this is a really simple and easy thing to implement. And as I teach you some high intensity interval training, HIIT workouts, I'm going to be sharing with you a beginner HIIT workout that's going to use this scale. Also, when you're doing intervals for walking or running, this is a great way to kind of gauge where you're at. And this is individual to you and to your fitness level. So what you can do at this level is going to be different than what I can do at the same level. But we can both be working at a 7 and it's all good. If you're moving, you're doing it right. So I hope that this helped you just to understand the RPEs a little bit more. In the next video, we're going to go into HIIT workouts and just really talking a little bit more about how to use this scale when you're doing a HIIT workout. And I think it's going to all start to come together for you.